You are listening to The Blind Basics, a podcast hosted by Jack Hemingway. As a blind chaplain and diabetic, Jack wants to share his experiences with you. This podcast dives deep into the basics of a person's life, covering financials, faith, and overall health. We invite the world to listen, anyone and everyone. We welcome you to our family and invite you to like and subscribe. This is The Blind Basics.
Greetings everyone from around the world to The Blind Basics, where faith, financials, and overall health are the basics in everyone's life. This is your host and guide, Jack Hemingway. Today, I want to talk to you about the hard topic of budgeting. I believe that you will learn that knowing your financial condition is important. Why exactly? To be able to provide your needs, your family's needs more importantly. I'm going to take a second to read a Bible passage, Proverbs 27 verses 23 through 27 read as follows. I invite you to read with me, although I may be reading from a different translation, okay? Know well the condition of your flocks, and pay attention to your herds. For riches are not forever, nor does a crown endure to all generations. When the grass disappears, the new growth is seen, and the herbs of the mountains are gathered in. The lambs will be for your clothing, and the goats will bring the price of a field, and there will be goat's milk enough for your food, for the food of your household, and sustenance for your maidens. I've read Proverbs chapter 27, verses 23 to 27. I think that this passage is really talking about accountability. How are we as Christians, as believers, made to, in a godly manner, manage our finances? How are we to be good stewards of what God has given us? Are we to be wasteful with it? Are we to just buy and purchase things on impulse? Or are we to preserve what God has given us for a rainy day? I think as stewards of our money, we should be making monthly income and expense reports. We need to see how each and every dollar that we earn, how it is spent, what is it used for. I think that's really what this passage is talking about. When Solomon wrote this, he used animals like lambs and goats to talk about the flocks and the herds, because at this time they represented wealth. We use paper dollars now and current different kinds of currency today, but we are also supposed to preserve our money when times get bad, a lot like the times we live in right now, or the uncertainty of it all. We should be able to have something in our reserve so that our families are sustained, so that our lives are sustained, our health is sustained. You don't want to be found wanting. And I think that that is our responsibility as believers. So the way that we do this is to have a budget. How exactly can you know where you stand financially without a budget? How can you lead your family if you don't know exactly where you stand financially? This can lead to turmoil. This could lead to chaos. And I think the only way that we control this, the only way that we control our natural instincts and impulses to be so instantaneous with purchasing and our buying power is to make a budget and to plan. Not to say that planning trumps hard times, but I think it gives us better chance in the future. I think ultimately what I'm saying is that there is an there's an interplay, there's an interface, a connection between our hard work and labor and God's provision. And with that, I hope that you're able to make a budget. Use a monthly income and expense report to set out your budget. Know exactly where each dollar is going. And I pray, brothers and sisters, that this has been helpful for you. God bless you.